and welcome back to another screencast. Yes, another screencast that you join me for. This one is on circles and it's on area and circumference, and it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's about substituting some numbers in for letters in algebra, and if you can't do that already, I'm sure by the end of the screencast you'll be able to do it. But if you can, it really is piece of cake, piece of cake. So let's just go over some basic things if you don't already know. So what is circumference? It's the distance around the outside of a circle. Now I know this is an oval shape, but it's the best I could get, so please give me some credit for that. And if you play cricket, you'll understand that the outside of the shape there is the boundary line in cricket, and it's about the distance that you would take, or so not the distance when you would walk around that shape there. Okay? The area. What's the area? It's the amount of space in the middle of the shape. So here we go, we've got the shape again. So we've got that nice circular shape, or in this occasion it's oval, but it'll have to do. And it's the space in the middle there, that bit that's shaded in, that is our area. Okay. So here are some examples of circumference. So to work out circumference, we need to know a formula. The formula is really simple, and you need to write this down now. It's circumference equals pi times diameter. For those that don't know, the diameter is the distance from one side of the circle to the other, going through the midpoint of the circle. Now, for all of these, you are going to need to use your calculator, but only right at the end will you need to use your calculator. So just have it by, and I'm going to help you to do each one, and then you'll have a go to do each one. All right, so let's have a little go of one now. So we've got ourselves a circle, we've got a diameter of 8, and all we would do is we'd rewrite our formula, which is just here. We'd rewrite it with c equals pi times 8, because we know what the diameter is, it's 8, so we put that in. We can then rewrite it as 8 pi, because pi times 8 equals 8 pi. Now, you should know how to use your calculator, but if not, please watch the video on how to use your basics on a calculator. It'll really, really help you. Basically, all you do is you put in 8 pi, which is shift. Now, you'll get on your calculator 8 pi, you press equals, and on lots of calculators, you need to press the SD button there, and you'll be given your answer. And your answer is circumference equals 25.13, and this is rounded to 2 decimal places. Okay, now what you might notice is some would say, okay, well, my answer is in centimetres for a start, but is it centimetres squared? And the answer is no. It's not the area, it's the distance around the outside. So it's basically the perimeter of a circle. Right, so that's the first one. Now hopefully, yes, I have done what I feared. You can, I'm just get that out of the way. All right, so I think it was, what was it, c equals 25.13 centimetres. So what I'd like you to do is give that a go on this side with your one there. Do exactly the same thing as I've just done, but obviously don't use 8. Pause the video, give it a go, and come back and see if you've got it correct. All right, so easy peasy lemon squeezy. First thing we do is we write down the formula if you haven't already done that. Pi times d. Take away the d and put in 6, pi times 6, and then rearrange to 6 pi. All right, so now go to our calculator, we put in 6 pi, or 6 times pi, and that equals 6 pi, and we press the SD button, and we end up with 18.85 to 2 decimal places. So hopefully you got that one correct, and just remember it's centimetres there. And that is it. That's as easy as it is. Nice and easy. Use the formula, take out the diameter and put in the number. So we're going to move on. How about some area examples now? So the formula for area is a little bit different. Area equals pi times r squared. For those that don't know, r is the radius, and it's the distance between the midpoint of the circle and the outside of the circle. Very, very simple. Okay, so I might actually on this one, I'll do a little example. So I don't know what I'm going to put 4 here. So this is going to be 4 centimeters. So let's do some working now. So we've got area equals pi times 4 squared. R is 4. R is the radius. The radius is 4, 4 squared. Now, area equals pi times, what's 4 squared? 4 times 4 is 16. All right, so now we've got area equals 16 pi. And at that point, you can get out your calculator and you can say, okay, we've got 16 pi or times pi, and our answer would be area equals 50.27 to 2 decimal places. Now with this one, our answer would be centimeters squared. Okay, so that would be how we do these. So I really should have put that up there. So let me be good practice rather than being bad practice. Let's put centimeters squared, and I put that to 2 decimal places. All right, so now the next screen is going to be your chance to shine, and I'm sure you will shine. Here goes 2 circles for you. So we've got 6 and 8. Take away the radius, work out put in the 6 and the 8. Give it a go. You may need to use the square root button on your calculator for 6 and 8, but hopefully you don't. Hopefully you know those well. It's just 6 times 6 and 8 times 8. But give it a go. Come back and see if you've got it correct. All right, for the first one, it's going to be pi times, area equals pi times 6 squared. 6 squared is 36. So we're going to equal pi times 36. We can rewrite as 36 pi. And then we go to our calculator and we put in there 36 pi. And that equals area equals 113 point, and believe it or not, it's 1, and that's centimeters squared, and that's the 2 decimal places. And the next one would be area equals pi times 8 squared. So hopefully you know 8 times 8 is 64, so we've got area equals pi times 64. We can rewrite that as 64 pi. And at this point, we go to our calculators and we type in 64 pi. And that equals 200, and so area equals 201.06 centimeters squared. Just remember, it's always centimeters squared or meters squared or millimeters squared, whatever, but it's always squared. And always, unless asked, put your answers to 2 decimal places. Okay? All right, now it's time for the quiz. Find the area and the circumference of these circles. Just remember, if you see the diameter, the radius is half the diameter, and if it's diameter you're looking for, you've got the radius, it's double the radius. Won't tell you any more. Give those a go, come back and see if you've got them right. If you are a little bit worried, can't remember those equations, go back and watch the video again. It won't hurt you. It might hurt you. It might really hurt. It might be boring, but you'll do better, and then you'll find that far more enjoyable. But come back once you've done it and see if you've got them right. All right, here we go. Here's our answers. So for the first one, area equals pi times 5 squared, and that equals 78.5 centimeters squared. Now, I might have done that to 1 decimal place, but it doesn't really matter. I'm sure you've got the same answer or something very similar if you've done it to 2. And the next one is circumference equals pi times 10, because the diameter is double the radius. So pi times 10, which is 31.4 centimeters. Next one is pi times 3 squared, because obviously the radius is half the diameter, and that equals 28.3 centimeters squared. And last but not least, we have pi times 6, which equals 18.8 centimeters. Fingers crossed you got those right. If you got them wrong, go back, watch it again. No, it hurts, but do it anyway. Write a revision card. Best tip is just the quiz questions on the front, and then the answers on the back is absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you've absolutely flown today. It's been a pleasure helping you with your maths, and I hope to see you back in future.